Two words that strike fear in all Democrats. Sidney Powell. Welcome, everybody. Sidney Powell did a radio interview with Howie Carr. Really good interview. And there were three areas of this interview, which, by the way, there were lots of areas, but I narrowed it down to three just for the sake of keeping this video relatively short. But there are three areas that are just mind-blowing. The first area where Sidney Powell decided to skank slap some leftists was when Howie Carr asked her about evidence. Howie Carr is wanting to know, what have you got? What have you got? What have you got? And Sidney Powell is only tweaking around the edges. You know, she's not giving anything away, and she's not supposed to. Good for her. But she gives enough innuendo in this clip that it'll make you think. Check it out.
I could just see, the opposing counsel saying to the judge, well, this is just an anecdote, or this may be an affidavit, but it's not material to this case, or it's hearsay. I mean, are you going to have the actual smoking guns to present to the courts?
We've got a number of smoking guns, and we may have to get witness protection for them.
So you're gonna be able to show votes changing. I mean, we've seen the computers, the freeze frames on the TV screens of the votes changing, or on the computer screens. Are you going to have the actual the actual solid evidence that those votes were being changed by these companies?
We have a lot of extremely solid evidence. It's beyond impressive and absolutely terrifying.
Now, in the second part of this interview, Howie Carr speculates on how many votes do you think Donald Trump actually got? How many votes do you think Joe Biden got? And Sidney Powell lays a bombshell on Howie Carr. She says, we believe Donald Trump got 7 million more votes than were registered. And then she goes on to talk about these votes. And I want you, as you watch this video, and you will watch, so will you. As you watch this video, look at the numbers, do the count. Now, I've told you guys, these little bitty victories that Trump is getting, we got 178, 160 votes, 383 votes, 100,000, whatever. Those are insignificant. They're good because they show a pattern. Donald Trump is constantly getting more votes. It's funny how Biden's getting none. Biden is constantly losing votes, losing votes. Well, he's losing votes he never should have had. So here's Sidney Powell explaining the number of votes and also kind of giving you an idea of how big this was. And of course, there's no disputing these numbers, because if you've paid attention to the KEV Talk videos, and you better be, I have told you, Donald Trump got 10 million more votes than he did in 2016. That's what's on record. I've told everybody, don't be surprised if it's another 5 to 6 million more. I think Donald Trump got close to 80 million votes. That would mean almost 11 million votes more than baby black Jesus did in 2008. It also means that Joe Biden cheated his butt off.
Extensive and inclusive voter fraud.
And as I told these Democrats, and by the way, I'd be saying the same thing to Republicans, YouTube, if it were the other way. The moratorium, the mandate, if you will, on do you like Trump and the direction that the country's going is clearly the conservative way. And the only things the Democrats can do to make people believe that people believe in AOC and Bernie Sanders and crazy, demented Joe Biden is to cheat. That is their only way to win. Anyway, here's Sidney Powell in her second video, and the second clip that we took from a video, talking about the number of votes that Trump got and the number that he was cheated out of and the number that Joe Biden had. Check it out.
You've said that you think that millions of votes were removed from the president's vote totals. How many million votes do you think were removed for the president of the United States that he got on November 3rd?
Well, my pure estimate at this time is roughly 7 million. but it might be more. We're also getting some data that reflects that millions, not just a few hundred or thousands, but some millions of dead people voted, which would have been, well, any of that actually is each instance of that is a federal crime, a federal felony. But I think we're going to find a significant conspiracy to do that. We've also got evidence of people being paid, and we've got pictures of the check stubs paid to people to ballot harvest and do fraudulent voting. So this year was every means and manner of fraud you can possibly imagine, and many that you could never imagine.
So how many fraudulent votes do you think that Joe Biden had on his side of the slate?
Probably at least 10 million.
10 million fraudulent votes?
Probably.
And how many?
Maybe more.
And President Trump lost 7 million votes. And how many dead people, how many votes of dead people were cast, do you think?
We're still tracking down that data to see if what we've been provided is real, but if it is correct, it's several million.
Finally, in our third cut of the Sidney Powell interview with Howie Carr, it comes down to Eric Coomer. Eric Coomer, who is in public, I've seen the video, he publicly stated that it is possible to cheat with his software if you have a login. Then Sidney Powell effectively calls this guy out, puts him on notice. I would venture to tell you, if I were Eric Coomer, I would either be lawyering up and getting into witness protection, or I'd have my bug out bag, changing my name, getting my face done by the best plastic surgeon on the planet, kill him so he can't tell people who I am, and then I'd go off to Venezuela or somewhere with my riches, because this dude is in major trouble. Here's what Sidney Powell had to say about Eric Coomer.
Let me ask you about this guy, Eric Coomer. I think he works for Dominion. He's Berkeley, California, University of California grad. He's the one who was allegedly, he was on a conference call or something, a Zoom with Antifa, and he said, supposedly, don't worry about Trump. I've already made sure he's going to lose the election. Is that true for starters? And
Yes.
It's true. You have that.
It's true. Yeah, we have an affidavit to that effect, and we have I think we have a copy of the call.
Where is Eric Coomer now?
And yes, he's disappeared.
So everybody, here's the point of all of this. The Democrats will not get away with this. Sidney Powell is a serious woman who has taken on serious cases, including the most recent one with Mike Flynn, whom she's not only gotten exonerated, Mike is going to be in the money, baby. It's going to be raining for Mike Flynn pretty soon, because he's going to sue a lot of people. But this is a very deliberate woman on a very deliberate team of professionals. And I'm telling you, she's going to rock people's world. And she says it's coming this week. She's going to rock people's world on what's happening in this whole cheat. And I told the Democrats, I said, if they're smart or not, I said, if you were smart, you would let Trump win all these races, just enough to get him over the hump, try to blame him for demanding a recount so that people would be mad at him, and hope and pray that he wouldn't come after you. Because the way you're doing it, when Donald Trump wins, that's what's going to happen. We simply couldn't do this without you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching the KEV Talks series. Thank you for sharing them with others. Don't be a hog. Let other people know. Thanks a lot.